Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we'll discuss the key terms and definition used in ISO 14971 standard. These key concepts are really important for you to understand and almost memorize because this will be used every day in risk management standard. Understanding these terms is essential for effectively applying risk management activities in your medical device, right? So here are some of the most important definition in ISO 14971. We already covered hazard, hazardous situation, and risk, but I kind of want to give you the definition again. So hazard is any potential source of harm, right? It could be anything that, like we talked about, sharp edges in your surgical equipment or even a bug in a medical device, right? Hazardous situation, on the other hand, is a circumstance in which people or property or the environment is exposed to one or more hazard. For example, hazardous situation would be a patient accidentally touching the sharp edges of the surgical equipment, for example, right? And what is risk? So risk is a combination of probability of occurrence of harm, how likely that harm is going to occur, to how severe that harm is, right? High likelihood, high severity, high risk, basically. So high risk situation is one that is both likely to happen and causes serious harm, like I said. So what is risk analysis? So risk analysis is the systematic use of available information to identify and eliminate the risk, right? This involves gathering information about your medical device, its intended use, and a potential misuse of your device, and then identifying the hazard and hazardous situation that could arise from your device. So that's basically risk analysis. And don't worry, we'll go much in depth on risk analysis. This is just a definition. So let's move on to risk evaluation. Risk evaluation is a process of estimating risk against the determined acceptability risk that your company had made. This involves comparing the risk scores calculated during risk analysis, like high risk, low risk, with the manufactured or your company's pre-established criteria for risk acceptability, right? Now let's move on to risk control. What is risk control? Risk control is a decision that you're going to make to control certain risk if you think that risk is getting unacceptable, right? If that risk is going to create fatality or like if there is a possibility of death, then you could control those risks using risk control measures. And now let's go to residual risk. What is residual risk? The residual risk are the remainder of risk that is still present in your device after all the risk control measures have already been implemented, right? So you found out all the risk, you lowered it to as low as possible, and now what risk you have left is a residual risk. So benefit is anything that improves the quality of life of your patient. And benefit is also a very important definition, okay? And now we have a concept is called balancing benefit and risk. What does that mean? Risk management is not about eliminating all risk, okay? However, balancing the benefits of the medical device with its residual risk is important. Medical device can provide significant benefit to your patients, as you already know if you're in the industry, but they also inherently have some level, like small level of risk. So the goal of your company is to ensure that benefits of your devices outweigh the risk. So that's the term, benefit outweighing risk, right? So to conclude, understanding these terms and definition is very important for you to apply ISO 14971 very effectively in your company. By using these terms consistently, you and your company can ensure that risk management activities are clear, concise, and well documented, right? Because this definitions cannot be subjective. This has to be objective. For example, what does risk analysis means? You can't just make up your own definition and say, hey, I thought risk analysis means this. And that's why I did the process like this. No, it's not going to work like that. There is specific definition that ISO 14971 has given you, what risk analysis means, what harm means, what benefit means, right? There is maybe 30-40 of this definition. So when you're saying your medical device outweighs the risk with the benefit, you are basically saying what benefits mean as per ISO 14971, right? So benefits means any positive outcome given by your medical device. So you can say benefit means like they look very happy. That can be the benefit because you just made that definition up. So that is the reason why this definition exists, this key concept exists, and I kind of wanted to go over with you guys. In next video, we'll provide an overview of the risk management process, and this will be the nitty-gritty where we'll talk about risk analysis, risk evaluation and control, and all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be very fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining in today, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.